Welcome to Oxbridge Montessori's digital learning platform.
In this video we will learn about the number system and place value.
We are going to learn how our basic number system works and going to learn about an important concept called place value. In math, every digit has its place called place value, or you can say the value represented by a digit in a number on basis of its position in the number. The 10 symbols that we use are called digits and they look like this: 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 and 9. So how many digits we have? At first glance you might think that's only 9 digits, but remember the 0 counts as one of the digit also. So we have 10 digits and the biggest digit is number 9. The best way to understand a number place is to imagine that it's like a small box that only big enough to hold one digit at a time, as 0 is the digit, and as we start counting anything, we will change the digit that's in the number place to match how many we have, and the biggest number this can hold is number 9. To see how our number system uses the digits to represent amounts, let's pretend that we have an apple orchard and we have to count the apples for our records. We are going to use something called a number place to count. For example, if we start with no apples at all, we put the digit 0 in that number place because 0 means none. But then as the apples start coming in from the orchard, we begin to count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So here we got 9 apples and also got a problem. We are already run out of the digits to count with, and the highest digit we have is a 9, but there are a lot more apples left to count. What will we do? And the solution is to use groups to help us count. If we pick one more apple, we have 10, right? So let's combine these 10 apples into a single group. So how many apples do we have? We have 10 apples, but how many groups of 10 apples do we have? We have just one group. Does that help us with our lack of digit problems? It sure does if we use another number place instead of using this new number place to count up individual apples one at a time like we did the first number place. We are going to use it to count apples 10 at a time. For example, if we picked only one group of 10, then we will put the digit 1 in that number place. If we have picked two groups of 10, then we will put the digit 2 in that number place. And if we pick 3 groups of 10, then we will put the digit 3 in that number place, and so on. Do you see what's happening? Because the new number place is being used to count groups of 10s. It's allowing us to reuse our original 10 digits, but this time they are able to count or represent bigger amount. Since this new number place is for counting groups of 10s, we are going to name it tens place, and we will name our original number place the ones place because we use it to count things one at a time. So here is an example. If we have already picked 30 apples, then there will be a 3 in tens place because we have 3 groups of 10s, but there will be a 0 in ones place because there are no individual apples left over. But if we have picked 32 apples, then there will be a 3 in the tens place and the 2 in ones place to represent the 2 individual apples that are not in the group of 10s. In fact, using only our 10 digits and these two number places, we can count all the way from 0 up to 99. At 99, both of our number places are maxed out with the highest digits, and we won't be able to count any higher unless we get another number place. If we have picked 99 apples and then we pick just one more, we will have exactly 100 apples, and if we make a group from those 100 apples, we can use this new number place to count how many groups of 100 we have picked. That means that we can reuse the same 10 digits again in this new number place to count how many groups of 100 we have. And you guessed it, it's called the hundreds place because we use it to count groups of 100. Are you starting to see how it works? It uses different number places to represent the different sized groups that we use to count. The digit in ones place tells us how many ones we have, the digit in tens place tells us how many groups of 10 we have, and the digit in hundreds place tells us how many groups of 100 we have. And you have noticed that each time we get a new number place to count larger groups, we place it to left of the previous number place. That's important because number places are always arranged in the exact same order. Starting with ones, as you move to the left, the number places represents larger amounts. And did you also notice that each new number place represents groups that are exactly 10 times bigger than the previous number place? 10 is 10 times bigger than 1 and 100 is 10 times bigger than 10. That's really important because it helps us to see the pattern for bigger number places. Even though we have only 10 digits, each digit can stand for different amounts depending on the place that it occupies. If the digit 5 is in the ones place, it means just 5. But if 5 in a 10th place, it means 50. And if 5 in a 100th place, it means 500. To show that the numbers are really a combination of different groups, it's called writing a number in expanded form. For example, we can expand 324 in 320 and 4 because 3 in hundreds place means 300, 2 in tens place means 20 and 4 in ones place means just 4. So 324 in expanded form is the combination of those amounts 300 plus 20 plus 4. Let's try another example. 715, 7 in hundreds place means 700, 1 in tens place means 10, and 5 in ones place means just 5. So this number is the combination of 700 plus 10 plus 5. Number places are used to count different size groups. Each group is 10 times bigger than the next, and the digits in number place tells us how many of each group we have. The exercise of this section will help you so practice that you get used to how place value works, which is super important if you want to be successful in math. Thank you.
If you like this video, please subscribe to our channel for more informative videos.